Yeah, you eat too much. Oh, there he is. Ran away. Pretty clear day out today. One lonely cloud. I don't even think you can see it. Oh, there it is. Hey, look, there's the grease. Sun's not quite out yet to hit it, but it will be. Gravel. Freeze! See? That's what happens. It's all worn out already. What is it? Not even one time. How many minutes in? 20 minutes? We actually got here a little later.
Oh yeah, 10 minutes.
It's all that bacon he had this morning.
Milo's like, I'll get it, I'll get it.
Okay, wow. The end of the day is here. It shows up really quickly. That's mainly because I wanted to take a nap this afternoon, and yeah, the day just got that much shorter. Yeah, it's just, I guess being out in the dog park and in the sun, and it just kind of wore me out, so I just kind of went home and took a nap and woke up, and yeah, I've been trying to monitor a little bit on the video that just came out on the main channel. And what is that? The Glock broken video, the broken Glock video. And boy, I did not expect it to have the response it did. And what I mean by that is the comments flooded in like crazy. And I kind of took myself out of the comments really on this one. I did not respond to very many of them. I think there was only like a couple I actually responded to, and they were just more neutral comments, and they were from people I mean, I know them from their channel and all that, but other than that, I really didn't answer much questions because it was quite overwhelming, to tell you the truth. So, and I'd like to say, first of all, I saw that they kind of were, some of them were getting argumentative with each other, and I'd like to give a round of applause to Varen, because I saw that comment and I read what it said. Your comment, by the way, was a very good comment, and you called it. And sure enough, they came right out of the woodwork for that one, and you know, you held your own, and you put him back in his place, and that's really cool. And there again, you know, like from what I've learned, going experiencing the gun business and everything like that, and everything I know about it, I learned from people that were older than me that took the time to teach me about this and that, and say, hey, take this, and this is how you work with, the fella that is more than twice my age coming up. He's the one that showed me a lot about the 1911 pistol, and then that caused me to buy books and whatnot, as you saw in yesterday's vlog, books and things, and read up on it myself and get further on there. And by the way, yes, I get asked the question all the time, what is my favorite pistol? Well, it's the 1911. It's my favorite pistol. All steel construction. This baby never fails. And this one here is vintage 1943, I believe it is. 1943 or 1944, I can't remember. I've looked it up. I've had this for so many years. This is a United States property, World War II, 1911 A1. This is my favorite pistol. Out of all the collectible guns I got, I really like this gun. This is one of my favorites. Because it's basically it's the history. My grandpa fought in World War II, and he carried one. And so this, just to look back and think that this pistol, this 1911 design pistol, has been in the service and served the United States military for 75 years more. You just can't, again, from a friend of mine, he always told me, he said, you can't fool people for over 100 years, and that is very true. So, yes, I like Glocks. I didn't like them at first, but they grew on me, and I started liking them. And yes, they all have their, maybe that, if you look at that damage, maybe it's a fail point. It's maybe where it fails, and I will let you on the insights. In fact, I've decided that when I get back to work and get a hold of the gun, again, it's at the shop. It is not mine. It is not mine. It belongs to a friend of mine. Anyway, get back to the shop. I guess I'll have to do a kind of an update video and answer some of the questions in that I got asked in the comments. Some of the things I got asked in the comments, well, obviously, is it mine? No. How many rounds has it gone through? To be honest with you, I don't know very many people that count how many bullets they fire through their gun. I don't. I'm one of them. But I can tell you this, there wasn't very many. And for those people that are, here's the other thing that it's like, I've been around this stuff a lot, and I'm not saying I know everything, or and I just know what little I do know. I try to help people out on YouTube, but if you actually look at that video carefully, you can see the barrel, and you can see, and the barrel would be extremely worn out. There's what they call the Glock smile lines that happen on a barrel, and they literally look like little smiles going up and down the barrel. If you look carefully, I take the barrel out real quick, or when it's in lock open position, you can see the barrel's not worn out. So they're actually, to answer that question, there's not a lot of rounds that went through that gun. There's not a lot of 9mm rounds that went through that gun downrange. I don't know, maybe it's a fluke, maybe it's not. The fella that owns it is a friend of mine, and he did not put a lot of 9mm bullets through it. So anyway, somebody asked also, there's been a couple of comments that they said the gun's been dropped on the ground, or whatever. If you look at it carefully, I mean, obviously I'm showing you a really good close-up of the muzzle. There's no damage of impact, or something like you would, because if it hit that hard to snap it off, it would have to hit something of like concrete or something. But I mean, here again, I mean, that goes to the, I mean, I'm not trying to, one of the guys that made a comment is actually a friend of mine, but if it broke because it dropped, I don't want this gun. If it can't. Anyway, we'll get off that one. But the amount of comments and stuff that flooded in on that was crazy. This, like, man, there was so much. Okay, so the backstory of the gun belongs to a friend of mine. He's had it for maybe a couple years, 3 years. Not even, probably, probably 3 years, just over 2 years, I guess. And the reason why we got it, because we're the ones that got it for him. It's a Davidson's gun. If you're not familiar with Davidson's, that's also known as Galleria Guns online. It's they're a big distributor. That's who anybody with a federal firearms license that brings in guns for people has an account with them. We do. That's what we do. So we purchase it through them, and anything that comes from Davidson's is a lifetime guarantee. All right. So for something like as common as a Glock 19, yes, you know, some people commented, "Oh, you could have contacted Glock and they could have sent you a slide, or all you have to do is pay the shipping. The shipping is kind of high, but at least you would get the slide back or whatever." But anyway, Davidson's has a lifetime guarantee, and they would just replace the gun for free. Okay, and I don't even think you pay shipping on that. I don't know. Honestly, I've never had to do it in all the years I've been in this business. I've never had to do it. That's the first time I've ever seen a broken Glock, by the way. So that's another reason I wanted to do the video on it. But yes, so that's what's going on with it. We're going to ship it back to Davidson's, and we're going to get him a new gun. Basically, that's how it's going to go down. And for something as common as a Glock 19, like I was saying, it's just the most logical thing to do with Davidson's is just go get a new one. But see, that's also why you buy from Davidson's. That's also why Davidson's prices are a little bit higher than other distributors, because Davidson's always comes with that lifetime warranty. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of a little bit of the backstory. It's not my gun, and I don't know that. I mean, I don't know that how many rounds he's fired out of it. He's a pretty close friend of mine, so I reckon he wasn't like firing fireball ammo out of it. It was just like jarring a slide or anything like that. You know, even in the internals on the gun, it's not even that dirty. I used to have a Glock 17 that was a lot more filthy running all the time than that, and I ran a lot more rounds for that. So, but it did get me thinking. It definitely got me thinking. It got me thinking about how the Gen 4s have a little bit less metal around there in comparison to the Gen 3. So, and I have noticed that Gen 4s, it is harder or more expensive wise to get parts as far as like an entire slide. I would love to always just change out that slide, put a 19 slide on it, but they almost run just as much as the gun itself. But yeah, anyway, so that's kind of it. I know that this has been a big portion of the vlog because there wasn't much other things going on, because pretty much took a nap and woke up and it was dark. So thanks for watching, you guys. Just wanted to kind of go over that a little bit and yeah, call it a day on that one and get this video uploaded for you. Very interesting. Again, the comments on that video really wound up just coming in like crazy, so I will have to do, I guess I'll have to do like an update video, and I'll kind of answer some of the questions in that video and just kind of post a link on that video in the comments on that video, and just kind of because I don't know if I want to really sit there and uniquely type out each answer to everybody's comments. I'll try to get back to some of the ones, but generally, like, I mean, if the comment doesn't really make any sense to me, and it's just really more or less the person's like just almost being condescending, or just it just seems like the question wasn't even thought out. It was just like splattered, you know, just like we call them keyboard warriors. I just have no interest in wasting my time to respond back to that kind of stuff, and so, but the main guys that I know always are there, and they're always supportive. I always read your comments and check it out and respond back to you, and you know who you are, and a lot of you are subscribed to this channel right here, and you guys are the main guys. I know who you are. You're the folks that follow me on both channels and whatnot. So anyway, yeah. So that's kind of what this day turned into. So tomorrow I'm going to go help my uncle again. He needs some help with something, and like I said, you got to help out people like that, because one day they're not going to be there and you're going to wish you had. When my grandpa was in the hospital, I made sure I went up a lot to go see him. And regardless if he ate it or not, his favorite thing was Subway sandwiches, and I brought one to him every time I went up. And by golly, I'm glad I did those things for him, no matter what. So, and that's what you got to do. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll hopefully I can get up, because I took a kind of a long nap this afternoon. I hope I don't find myself awake till 3 o'clock in the morning or something. But anyway, maybe I'll watch the final countdown again. Anyway, thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the gifts that you've been sending me. Man, that stuff is just, it's amazing. It really does. It means a lot more to me than just the content itself. It's just the fact that we're on that kind of a level. It's just amazing, and I've met really amazing people on YouTube right here. So anyway, I'm gonna get this video off and uploaded, so I'll see you tomorrow. We'll find out. Hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more eventful. It's Monday, so we'll see how that goes. Thanks, you guys. And again, way to go, Viren.